Clay and Roberta Klein join me to talk about Read With Me, which is a great organization. Full disclosure, I sit on the board of that organization. But you two are the founders, the original folks behind this. So, Roberta, this was sort of your brainchild. Tell people what made you get involved with this and tell people about the organization.
Well, when Clay and I moved down here in 2003, we enjoyed being involved in the community and said, what's the biggest unmet need? And it's obviously education, and it wound up being especially in the Far East Valley, because most of the people there are field workers and they don't speak English, so their kids have a huge disadvantage. So we met with the superintendent of schools at that time for the Coachella Valley Unified School District, and he said, we need English-speaking role models. Our kids need to hear people speaking English, and they need to learn to read. So we need role models and tutors. And so we tutor in English, and we started in 2004. And when we started, the high school graduation rate was 51%. It's now about 82%.
It's a remarkable program, and you field literally an army of volunteers,
right.
And you're in need of volunteers.
Yes.
We need
yes.
volunteers desperately.
Yes.
Clay, you've been volunteering since the program's inception. Tell people a little bit about what that's like.
Well, I found that I'm limited to the third grade. I went to the fifth grade once, and they rolled me back. But I love it, and for the first, my first impression was I had an interesting teacher. He was a former probate judge from Oregon and a free spirit, and he was wonderful with those kids. And he, after the first or second session, I said, geez, I really don't know if I have any impact. He says, welcome to the world of teaching.
But the kids look forward to their sessions
yeah.
with you. They get to know the volunteers. You guys tend to go to the same schools, same classrooms.
Right.
And so you build a relationship with these kids. They look forward to having your sessions.
Yeah, typically we're at the same 3 to 9 kids, because the teachers thought that they're really needed. So yeah, that's really needed.
Now
we have a good time.
You need specific volunteers in
yes.
specific locations.
Yes.
Yes. You can do this via Zoom, but you also really need in-person, in-classroom volunteers.
Yes. We need in-person classroom volunteers at Palmview, and we have a bus that takes people from Palmview on Tuesday and Thursday. We have another bus in La Quinta, 2 buses. One that goes to Las Palmitas School, and we need volunteers on Thursday. And the Oasis School, which is way down.
That's way out there.
Right. There's a bus that goes from, we call it St. Costco, the Costco parking lot, because all our other buses are at church parking lots. And so we need volunteers there on Thursday also. So it's typically one morning a week.
One morning a week. You can find out more. You can go to readwithmevolunteers.com. You can also call 760-567-1830. If you can volunteer a day a week or a couple of days a week, you're going to be doing these kids an incredible favor. You're going to be helping them with their educational goals. And it's very fulfilling for you as a volunteer to do this. And Clay and Roberta can both tell you more about that. And we will be talking with you more as we move forward heading into April, because you guys are going to be getting a special award, which we will talk about the next time we have you on.
Oh, how nice. Thank you, Patrick.
Thank you very much.
Lovely.
So please volunteer for Read With Me.